get me in a video. It's like, man, pretty putting a box in my. Okay, enough delaying. Let's just get into this. I went for a run this morning. That's what I do. 2-3 times a week I go for a run in the morning. I'm kind of trying to get back in shape because I was in Africa for a while and I've been traveling and I just wasn't running a lot, and it's kind of my thing and it helps me out. Anyways, I'm running. I knew I was going to record this video today, and so my brain is just going about all this stuff I want to talk about, and then I come home, set up all my stuff, sit down, and my mind is blank. Good one, Staley. Good one. Crushing it, dude. Hello. Welcome to Adventure in Art. My name is Ben Staley, your resident talking head. This is a rant. You're probably a diehard if you're watching this. Typically the rants are for the diehards, those of you that just watch everything I put out, because it probably won't have too much of a clickbaity title. Not that I'm known for my clickbaity titles. What do you guys think about that? I feel like I'm kind of middle of the road. I despise the clickbaity, bait and switch title. I think I'm gonna call this Stay in Your Lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. That's kind of clickbaity, huh? I'll beep out the swear words. Yeah, you already know that because you're watching this. All right, stay in your lane. Look, I'm a multi-hyphenate. Are you? Let's talk about this. Let's have a discussion. So listen to what I'm going to spiel forth. I don't even know what that's going to be yet, but I do have a topic. And then leave me a comment and let's discuss this. It's like, look, I've been a professional creative now for more than half of my life. I got kind of a late start. I come from Alaska. I was doing a bunch of stuff that wasn't really leading me anywhere. And I was like, I want to make movies. I want to do photography. And so I sold everything I owned. I climbed in a little car and I drove down here, and I didn't know anybody or anything. And I just freaking got busy. And it took me a minute. I struggle. Still struggling sometimes. Right now. Okay. Yeah. You want to know how it is? Okay. Yeah. Stay in your lane. It's Monday. You're going to see this a week from today, next Monday, because I got a video coming out Wednesday, which you will have seen by the time you see this. And then I'm going on a little week-long staycation. I'm checking out. I'm clocking out. I'm going to go down to the beach and hang out for a week. But it's Monday. Saturday, an old buddy of mine, former coworker, dude that I've done a lot of stuff with, went to other countries with, a lot of TV work. Now he's working for this other company. He's not really in the TV industry. He's kind of in the video game industry. Anyways, something he's attached to, they needed someone with my particular set of skills to go to Saudi Arabia for a couple weeks. And he's like, we're texting back and forth. The text evolved into emails with other producers and people. And is Ben the right guy for the job? Hey, dude, this is going to suck. Here's what it is. 12-hour days, 6 days a week. It's Saudi Arabia. It's really hot. It's hard. Oh, it's not the top of the pay scale. All this stuff. By the way, have you ever done anything like this? Stay in your lane, mother. So my buddy, the guy that originally reached out, he knows my particular set of skills. For much of my career, I've pretty much been the dude of send Staley. Go to Siberia, go to the Amazon, go to the Arctic Circle, go up to 17,000 feet and camp alone and make this TV show. Go to this remote island way out in Alaska, whatever. That's been what I've done. But within creativity, filmmaking, photography, there are specialists, right? Okay, some people, they specialize in cars. Some people specialize in action sports. Some people, photography, they specialize in high fashion, glamour, or beauty. Some people do documentary style stuff, drop me into a combat zone, dude, let's go. So there's specialties, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on, and we could name all those things. Now within that, dude, my phone is blowing up. Let me just airplane mode. It's distracting me. Okay. There's also other job classifications. Some people are just cinematographers. Some people are just photographers, just directors, just editors, just production designers, just photographers, just gaffers, just editors, just writers. Stay in your lane, mother. What if you do a lot of different things? What if you like doing a lot of different things? What if you do a lot of different things and you do them at a really high level? Can you be a jack of all trades, a master of none? That's kind of, I wouldn't say I'm a jack of all trades, but I'm a jack of a lot of trades. Am I a master of any of them? I don't know. That's not for me to decide. Actually, I feel pretty competent in a couple things, but they're probably not the things you would suspect. I don't even know if I should say what I know that I'm good at. People like to put you in a little box. They like to know what you do. They know they can count on you to do this. If you want to do something else, nah, I don't really see you doing that. Like when I started doing photography a lot, people were like, oh, Ben's actually a pretty good photographer. Duh, I've been making images with a camera for a long frickin' time at a really high level. Just happened to be a video camera. Why can't I do that with a still camera? I don't think there's that much difference. But strangely, it surprises people. I think I'm actually a pretty darn good editor, although maybe you don't see the evidence of that on this channel. I don't know, I try hard, but I also I'm under a deadline and I just finish stuff and I get it out. But the films that I'm actually making and that I craft and that I spend time with, I do much better higher end editing, much more experimental, I guess I get kind of experimental on here, whatever. The point is, you know what I'm not good at? I'm not good at audio. I'm not so good at sound design. I know that's a limitation of mine. I wish I was better at it. If it's a job, I always hire a specialist. You know what else I'm not really good at? I wish I was better at, and I'm actually, even at my, advanced age here, I'm trying to learn more. Color correction. So when I have professional projects, I hire someone to do the color correction because I know if I did it, it's not going to be as good as it could be. So put that in the budget, get somebody else to do that, right? But a lot of times, if it's a professional project, I want to shoot it. I like shooting it. I like having my hands on the camera, even if I'm directing. And I really like doing the editing, although with TV and stuff, I don't get to do that very much. But if I'm doing something high end or portfolio worthy, I'm going to do the editing. Although I think I'm a good editor, but when I work with a professional editor and some of the people that I do work with, they're clearly better than me, so maybe I should stay in my lane. I don't know. I'm trying to unpack this. Way back in the day when I was learning how to shoot and kind of coming up through the ranks and doing little projects, student films, bigger films, documentaries, feature film, low budget, music videos, this and that. All of a sudden I got this opportunity to work on this, I got this opportunity to interview to work on this iconic doc series TV show. And I go down there and the dude is like, I didn't have a reel that was anything close to what they needed. I had all this kind of glam style music video, dancers and bands and things, and it looked really good. If you looked at this reel, you would be like, this dude knows how to shoot, clearly. But it was nothing like what they were looking for, yet I had this kind of rough and tumble outdoorsy background. So they were like, and I came highly recommended, and I'm good in a room. You gotta be good in a room, you guys. Which the hard part about nowadays is everything is over the internet or Zooms or whatever. Get me in a room, you guys. I would always book jobs if I got in the room. It's hard to get in a room anymore, and there's less jobs. It's tough out there. Anyways, this is getting long and I'm getting distracted. I'm in this room and this guy's looking at my reel, and I really want this job because it paid really well compared to what I had been doing. And I just needed to level up, and I knew if I got this job, it was going to be a level up. And he's looking at all my little glam dancers and music video shit, and he's like, I see a lot of up angles. And he's kind of turning his nose, and I'm just like, man, you. I like up angles. I got the job. I crushed it. I won Emmys at that job. Whatever. Stay in your lane. I like doing different things. I like making these weird little YouTube videos, and then I go out and I have to make a TV show, and it's a whole different set of skills and ways of thinking. And early on, I was kind of sent out as a creative producer. Yes, shoot a little bit. They didn't really expect a lot out of me, strangely, with the camera stuff. Mostly it was creative producing and storytelling. And then after about a year, they're like, holy cow, Staley can really shoot. Now I'm a DP. Okay, Ben's a DP. Yeah, I've been a DP before this, you guys. Shot movies and stuff. Duh. Then a lot of people just know you as a DP, right? And then you're up for another job and they're like, well, we just need you to kind of shoot and produce. Well, duh, I was doing that before I was DPing, before I was producing and creative storytelling, I was like, it's just back and forth, and people know you in these narrow segments. It's like with photography. Oh, you're a portrait person. Well, I'm also a doc person. Well, I'm also actually pretty good with action. I realized recently when I was at Telluride shooting the music festival, and I was there, wanted to shoot portraits of the artists, but every time a band would come out, you could shoot from the front of the stage. You could get right in front of the stage and shoot the first 3 songs. After that, they want you to get out of the way because you're kind of in the way of the audience. So first 3 songs, there's like, a dozen photographers up there all jockeying for position, trying to get the shots. I'm like doing it because I'm there and I might as well, and I want to like get my chops up, and I want to like learn and expand and grow a little bit. I'm going to show you some of these photos, by the way, in a future video, and we're going to really unpack it and talk about it. I think I got some pretty darn good photos up there, but I wasn't there to do that, and I wasn't the best guy, and I didn't have the best equipment for it. Like, you really need like a 200 millimeter. There were some people being back a little ways and they would have like a 400 millimeter. That way you can be back and you can just get really good tight shots of the artist. I had an 85 millimeter, that's all I used, and I just got right up close, and I was actually shooting through some plants at the base of the stage and just kind of obscuring part of the images and trying to be creative. Some of the other photographers saw me doing that and they started doing it. Whatever, I didn't care. I had a backstage pass. As soon as the 3 songs were up, I just zipped around, went behind the stage, and got shots there. Nobody else could do that except me, which was pretty dope. My point is, I hate being put in a box. I want to do what I want to do. I want to write a movie. I want to direct it. I want to write a book. I want to do film photography. I want to direct a music video. I want to direct a music doc. I want to make a photo book. I want to go on like a 2-month adventure trip across Africa and film and photograph it. I want to edit most of these things. I want to write. I want to do like all the things. Would I be more successful if I just did one thing? Probably. What if I can't do one thing really good, so I got to do a lot of different things? I don't know. It's confusing. Don't tell me to stay in my lane. It pisses me off. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep doing all the different things that I want to do because I like it. Because it's all storytelling, you guys. It's all storytelling. That's what I've arrived at. It all comes from the same place. It comes through from that same magical universe where all the stories live. They come up through you, and you just try and present them, capture them, interpret them, create them, display them, whatever the hell it is that you're doing, I'm doing, I don't even know. Happy Monday, everybody. This is what's on my mind. Let's talk about it. Did I make any points here? It's just a rant. I don't know if the point is to make a point. I don't know if I made the point I wanted to make. Let me see. Did I cover all the stuff that I was thinking about on my run? I'm not really sure. I think the time is up. Thanks for watching, diehards. Let me know what you think. We'll see you soon. Bye.